welcome to biology class. I am Shipra Sharma from ADARSH SHANKAR Mount Abu for class 12. Today we will learn biodiversity and conservation. So first we have to know what is biodiversity. Bios means livings, means plant, animals and microbes. All are the livings, and diversity means distribution. So in a particular area, how many types of species, plant species, and how many types of animal species are distributed. This is known as the biodiversity. It may be of three types, that is genetic diversity, species diversity and ecological diversity. So first, what is genetic diversity? Genetic means at genetic level as the genotype. Their genotype will be same. In a single species, the number of chromosomes, the number of genes are the same. So single species might show high diversity at genetic level. In the different varieties, like 50,000 varieties of rice are present in our India. Like this, 1,000 varieties of mangoes are also present in our India, and these are the genetic diversity, because all the mangoes are Mangifera India. They have same number of chromosomes and same number of genes, but some qualities are different, so they are belongs to the different varieties. Now the second is species diversity. Species means different. Species is the smallest unit of the all the livings. So what is a species? In the species, all individuals are included which are morphologically and genetically similar, and they can do reproduction with each other, and their offspring should be fertile. So these are belongs to the same species, but the different species are present in the different location. So for example, the Western Ghat have a greater amphibians species than in comparison to the Eastern Ghat. It is a species diversity. Now we come to the ecological diversity. What is ecological diversity? Diversity means distribution of different species are present according to the ecological factors. Like in the desert condition. In the desert condition, the plant and animal varieties are different and they are adapted for their environment. Like open shade, like cactus, they are present in the desert area and they have the adaptation, like their leaves are modified into the thorns to prevent the transpiration, okay, and also protect from the grazing animals. So it is the adaptation, like kangaroo rat, camels, okay. So these are the ecological diversity or the difference. And also like rainforest. Rainforest have different species according to the climatic condition. Mangroves, coral reefs, wetlands, estuaries, alpine meadows. These has the greater diversity. In these areas, different kinds of species and varieties are present according to the ecological conditions. Okay. Now we come to the in this graph. Here is to show the invertebrates. How many invertebrates are present by this pie graph? We can show the largest class is the insecta. The largest phylum is the arthropoda, and in the arthropoda, the insects which have six legs, that is 3 pairs of legs are present. These are known as the insects, and they have the appendages, lateral appendages also. They have wings and legs or antennas. So these insects are present in the maximum quantity. But in the second number, these represent the molluscans. Molluscans is the second largest phylum, and all the animals are marine in the mollusca, like Pila, Lumio, and they are used as a seafood, and they are present in the maximum. Now the third largest is the crustaceans. Crustaceans in this crabs are included. These are also the aquatic animals, crustaceans, and all other invertebrates are included in only this area. So it shows a number of invertebrates. Then it shows the number of vertebrates, and these are the different classes of vertebrates. So the maximum number the fishes are present. About 50% in the vertebrates are fishes. There may be bony fishes, there may be cartilaginous fishes. And now the second number is reptiles and birds. Reptiles and birds both belongs to the different classes. Reptiles have different characters and birds have different characters. Then the next number is amphibians and mammals. So here we can say the 5 classes they represent, and the largest category is the fishes. Now we come to the species area relationship. This graph, it shows the species area relationship when the area increases. Here is the area and here is species richness. Okay, so when the area increases, the number of species is also increased. It shows in the straight line. Here this is straight line show when the area is increased, then species richness means number of species are also increases, and it may be represented by log S is equal to log C plus Z log A. So here is the S is the species richness, Z is the regression coefficient, and C is the Y minus intercept. So and this one is also, it is a logistic graph, and it can show when the area increase, the species richness is also increased, and at a certain time the species richness is constant. It means new species are not developed by after a certain time. It is represented by S is equal to CA square. Clear? Now, what are the causes of biodiversity losses? The causes of biodiversity losses are maybe of 4. The first one is habitat loss and fragmentation. So, for example, Amazon. Amazon is the largest forest, or it can say the lungs of the planet. It is the lungs of the earth. But the species is being cut and cleared from the Amazon forest for soybean cultivation. So it is a habitat loss and fragmentation also, and by this many species, many plant species and also the animal species are decreases. The second is over exploitation. By over exploitation of humans, then still cows and passenger pigeons, they are extinct due to the over exploitation, and the reason is only human. Human exploit these animals and they are extinct from the earth. The third one is alien species invasion. So alien means foreign. The species which come out from the foreign area, from the other countries, which can say like carrot grass, lantana, water hyacinth. These are the weeds. Weeds means unwanted plants, and they come into our country, and by these the native species which are present in our India, they are decreases, they lost. We lost these species, the native species, due to the invasion of these alien species. The fourth one is the co-extinction. Co-extinction is like the host fishes species, they become extinct, then its parasite species are also extinct with these species. Means if one species is depend on the other species by any specific interaction, then both the species are extinct together. So the next one is, why should we conserve biodiversity? We should conserve biodiversity because narrowly utilitarian, there is cereals, pulses, fruits, dyes, resins, all are just we get from this biodiversity. And also broadly the photosynthesis. The photosynthesis process, it is done by the plants. Okay, and photosynthesis is the only energy we get from the plants, and we are depend on it. Also like pollinations. Pollination, all the pollinators are the animals, different grazing animals, and due to these biodiversity, their number is more. And how do we conserve the biodiversity? We can conserve biodiversity by in situ conservation and ex situ conservation. In situ conservation, like we protect as a biosphere reserve, national parks, wildlife sanctuaries. In India, 14 biosphere reserves are there, national parks that is about 90, and wildlife sanctuary is about 448, and like this. And ex situ conservation, it protects as a zoological park, botanical gardens, and wildlife safari parks, etc. Now the last point is cryopreservation. What is cryopreservation? Eggs can be fertilized in vitro. In vitro means in the laboratories. It is known as the cryopreservation. And plants can be grown by the tissue culture method. Tissue culture method is the method by which plant can grow by the explant. Explant means a small tissue from a other plant, and it can be generated, it can be produced large number of plants. So it is all about the biodiversity. Thank you.